Après-vie, Codger Biker here, and I'm excited by the prospect of a 490 Unicorn. Well, what a difference a day makes. I don't know when I'll put this out, but I'm videoing this the day after my last video where I was bemoaning the TFT. I'm not in the afterlife, I'm in Cheshire, which is similar in some ways. But I'm actually quite excited about the future because seen a few pictures, seen a few pictures of the proposed lineup for KTM in 2021 or whatever, and on there is a 490 Adventure. So got me thinking, I'm really in the market for a lighter weight adventure bike. Ludwig's a middleweight adventure bike, so to go down 300cc, what kind of thing would I be looking for to make up for it being a smaller bike? Oh yeah, if you're watching KTM you can have all of this, and then if you want, send me one to try. As if that'll happen. I'm actually going to be looking forward to trying the 390 soon, hopefully, and I'll do a video on that if I get a chance. So number one, well, the great thing about KTM, and which even the detractors can't knock them for, is simple power to weight. They do it better than anybody else, and weight is everything. So I'd be looking for a decent amount of power from a 490 twin, more than the rivals. For instance, you know, your CB500 is 47 horsepower from the top of my head, from memory. I have ridden one, great bike, loved it. But not as powerful as it could be, and reasonably heavy given its size. So taking that as a benchmark, I'd be looking for 60 horsepower and 160 kilograms. Now that's asking a lot, but you can do it, KTM, if you want. If you tried, you push for it. Now the other thing that people will be asking for, I know, is, oh, can we have an R version? Now, I don't think there's going to be an R version of the 390, at least not to begin with, so don't see why you need an R version of the 490 to begin with, and that'll get me a lot of haters. If, like the 390, it comes with adjustable suspension anyway, to keep the price down, personally I'm not interested in an R version. I didn't choose the R version of this bike, could have easily had it. It wasn't the price, it was the other factors which I'll get onto. So we're quite happy if it's just like the 390 Adventure, just a standard version with adjustable suspension. I'd also be quite happy if it had 17-19 wheels instead of 18-21. I think that'd be okay. It'd be nice if there were spokes, but also it wouldn't bother me over much if they were alloy wheels or cast wheels, whatever they're made from these days. When I was little, we used to call them mag wheels, I don't know why. Spoked tubeless wheels would be the best. I certainly would expect tubeless tyres, so don't bother putting tubes in them, thank you. We want tubeless tyres, even if you go with 17-19 of whatever type. "60 horsepower, 160 kilogram max." That's what I want. Twin cylinder, beautiful. And while I'm on the subject, my bike's all orange, which is KTM colour. Why can't we have different colours? Why does it have to be either white and black and orange? Why can't we have red or green or yellow, whatever you want? So how about some colours? You know, how difficult can it be? So I'd like more colours, KTM, if you're listening, which I know you're not. I also would like heated grips as standard, without the horrible push button that's on my bike. Look, be nice if they were incorporated somehow. In this country you need heated grips. So heated grips please. May sound a minor thing, and you could add them later on with Oxford grips, I know, but it'd be nice if they were just built in. This is the 21st century. My next desire for a unicorn bike would be a seat height of no more than 82 centimetres, which is why I'm not bothered about an R version, because with the longer travel suspension you're going to end up with you know, high seats again. So how about 82 centimetres KTM? Could you do that? I know it would be a light bike, but even so, we don't need to go higher and higher. This bike's 83 centimetres that I'm on now, it's okay. But you know, one more centimetre closer to the ground would be quite good. By the way, these requests are in no particular order. And the kind of riding I do is what I'm doing today, riding round country lanes, the odd green lane, the odd stony track when I get out into the countryside. So, you know, I don't really need an R version, and I suppose a lot of people will be in a similar boat. They could always rally raid it afterwards, I suppose. Oh dear. But unfortunately, one thing you have to do, in this country at least, is to get anywhere, I've got to go on a motorway. So, although I've asked for 160 kilograms in weight, I'd also want motorway cruising ability. Not necessarily cruise control, which my bike has, but at least the capability to cruise at 80 miles an hour without being at 9,000 revs or something. I'm asking for a lot, I know, but why can't one wish? I'd like decent wind protection. Now on my bike I've replaced the stock screen with a Puig screen, which works a lot better in my view than the stock screen, and I know there's been a lot of complaints about the windscreen on the 790 Adventure, both models. Seems to be a bit of an afterthought, so maybe you could do a bit of wind tunnelling and get that sorted. This is all feedback, you can have this, it's free. Oh, very wet down here, look at this. Yeah, I think we better have spoked wheels, please. And given my complaints yesterday, one of the things I definitely would like is a dry TFT. Imagine having a TFT that did not collect condensation just because it's a bit cold. Now looking at mine today, it's 9 degrees and I can see already that discoloration on the right hand side where it starts to condense water. So how about a TFT that doesn't leak? Somebody told me that the TFT on the 1290 never leaks and is proper Gorilla Glass. Put that on it. That's a quality item, let's have that. Oh yes, I've just thought, of course, the trick of the 790 Adventure, low fuel tanks. Now you know, might not necessarily be able to get the low fuel tanks onto a 490, although I don't see why not, but it certainly would be nice to have the sort of range this bike can give you, which is probably 250 to 300 miles, which is, given that it'd be a smaller engine, probably, I don't know, 18 litre fuel tanks, 15 litre fuel tanks, low slung with a low centre of gravity. That'd be great. Looking at the blurred out picture, it doesn't look like it's proposed to have those tanks, but it would be nice to think they could perhaps include them. The other thing is, of course, all the Bluetooth connectivity that you get on this bike. You can see I've set my sat-nav, sorry, my, it's not a sat-nav, is it? You can see I've set the KTM app for home, and it's telling me to go left further down. I'm ignoring that because I'm not actually going home yet, but when I eventually do go home, it should be able to tell me the way. This is the sort of road I like. Bit knackered, country lane, muddy. You get out into the environment, and a 490 Adventure would be able to do it just the same as a 790 Adventure. Oh, cat in the road. Oh no, it's a dog. Stay there, doggy. So it'd be good to have, as I say, a non-leaking TFT would be the first thing, but then once that's sorted, have the navigation, the Bluetooth connectivity, all the things that you get on this bike included, and the pièce de résistance. I would like lean angle traction control and lean angle ABS. So what would I be looking at there? We're looking at a 490cc, or let's call it 500cc bike, a twin, bang up to date, high power to weight ratio, capable of travelling long distances between fuel stops, a low centre of gravity, not too high up, tubeless tyres, heated grips, and a price tag of about 200 quid. No, it's a joke. You know, a reasonable price tag. Somewhere between the cost of the 390 and the 790 would be a natural. So KTM, come on, get your finger out. There's people out here want to buy it. And before anyone says, oh, it's going to be made in India, I could care less where it's going to be made. Not interested where it's made. The Royal Enfield Himalayan's made in India, and I'd love one of those. If I was able to have two bikes, I would be down the shop now buying a Royal Enfield Himalayan, or Himalayan. So I don't care where it's made. I love the Himalayan, but it just doesn't look to me as though it's got enough motorway about it, and I have to have motorway capability. So that's why I haven't got one. Nice to be out in the countryside. That's what these little adventure bikes are all about. So, who knows, this time next year I could be riding these same roads on a 490 Adventure. But don't tell Ludwig. It's okay, Ludwig, everything's fine. Nothing to listen to here. Okay. There's a field. I just have to shout at that field a minute. Oi! Field! You're waterlogged! What do you think of that then? Haha! Heath Lane. I told that field. By the way, this is Cheshire. Very nice. Standing up, having a look around. Beautiful. So from me and Ludwig and Cheshire and the Christmas tree lorry, Codger Biker is out of my tree, some might say. So this cow was actually born over that fence. The house is burnt down now, but if I stand up, which I am doing, you can just see the plot where the house used to be. And a white rabbit.